There's nothing that I'm doing today that is right. I'm going to use a roller on this because I do not want to tape all the car off and have a bunch of paint in here. I don't want to do it. I just want to get it done. We might do a little fancy paint job in this car. I'm not sure. Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera. We are on air. Right at the present moment on this build, I'm up in the air about everything on it. And the reason being is I'm always wanting to do something a little bit different than what's normally done. I am taking from old school on this car, and I've actually done the roof different than they build a Carson top. And we'll talk about that in a second, but generally I'm taking from what someone else has already done with the lowered windshield post, the Carson top, the fender skirts, just doing it that way. I'm not taking it into paint, obviously. This is a patina car. I'm leaving the patina on it, and I'm probably going to add some to it. We primed the little places that we fixed, where it was chopped, where we added metal, so we're going to have to paint that. That's where we're going to do some painting today. We got the headlights to paint, got the other post over there to paint. I had a little spot on the other side. When I go to prime this stuff, you want to tape everything off because you don't want to get primer on everything. And Jolene came up with a great idea yesterday. I cut the bottom of the Tim Hortons cup. I threw it in the garbage. Cut the bottom of the Tim Hortons cup, put the cup on there like that, and I sprayed through the cup and sprayed the little spot. It was actually a great idea. The Carson, the top that I'm calling it a Carson top because that's the only top that I know a name of. But this is a removable top. And what we have done, we've obviously made it all out of wood, and we just put the headliner in it first. And the reason I'm thinking that I done the headliner that way is because of headroom, and also it would be quicker to get it covered than doing the outside of it and the inside of it. I think if I did the inside, if they only had to do the outside, that'd be fantastic. But we still have to go get foam, and we still have to go get some canvas to get that covered. And I have to make a plexiglass back window for it. The top is really light, but what I did is I took from what they did, or a Carson top. I don't know if you know what a Carson top is. A Carson top's generally made out of conduit pipe, and then it's covered in chicken wire or a mesh of some sort, so the fabric or whatever goes on top, it does not fall. And what I mean by fall would fall in here or fall in there in between the ribs and stuff. With the wood, I thought I would be able to make it, obviously, the way we've made it. So I've taken from them and made my own Carson top. And one thing I will say is I bet you that the Carson top is not as light as this one. This one is super, super, super light. Don't want to bang it around a bunch, but it's super light. Also, as you're standing there, or Jolene's standing there, I've got the engine pulled out that I want to put in this car. It's a 265, and it's a brand new. It was brand new. It was gone over. It was all gone over. It ran when I bought it. I've had it for quite a while. And to me, this would be the LS swap of the day. Like, basically, if someone had one of these put in their vehicle, basically they were thinking the exact same thing as nowadays, is putting the LS in. But this is a 265. It's the first V8 Chevy, or V8 that Chevy made. So it would have came in 1955. It's not the power pack one. It hasn't got the heads on it that are the high horsepower, and I do not care. I'm thinking this is probably around 160 horsepower. It would be double what's in there now. Double. What I've got going on is, so we got a brand new engine that I want to stick in there, and I've got this little transmission adapter. I have to thank the people that I bought it from that sent it to us. The transmission adapter goes on the back, obviously. This would come off, and we can use the original Ford 3-speed standard that's in the car, and it would bolt right up to that. We bought some mounts. We're getting some mounts that are coming, and we'll be able to put it right in where the mounts are on the frame from original. So all this stuff has been done before, but we're just going to do it so it looks like it has been done before. That'll give it a little bit more power, and it also will, I'm hoping that we could drive it more places than we would with a flathead. And if something went wrong, we were be able to get a water pump, just that sort of stuff. Yeah, just make it more drivable, I guess. The Carson top, I have to wait on Floyd And the reason I have to wait on, not say wait on Floyd, but I have to get the material and that sort of stuff before he can go forward on that. We're kind of at a standstill a little bit on it. I'm going to paint the headlights today, and I'm going to put some paint on this today. And I'm going to not do it traditionally. I'm probably going to use the gun on this sort of stuff, on this stuff. And I'm going to use a roller on this because I do not want to tape all the car off and have a bunch of paint in here. I don't want to do it. I just want to get it done and go with it because we're missing paint anyways. It'll just go with the patina of the car. And I'm kind of thinking that I'd like to have something painted. I was going to get something painted on the door, something to letter it up a little bit or something like that. But me and Jolene, we had a little design meeting late at night. She's got a little phone there. You can take a marker out and you can draw pictures on it and you can do whatever you want to do. We sort of have an idea there. Not sure yet. I thought about painting the running boards the same colors of car. I just can't get myself to do it because I'm just not sure yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go with painting the headlights. We'll get the headlights painted. We'll get this stuff painted. And I guess basically you can see where I'm going with what I'm doing. Yeah, so let's mix some paint up and start doing some painting. See what goes on. I basically don't want to paint here because I don't want a bunch of paint in here. I painted them fender skirts in here last time. That was a mistake. We didn't get too much damage, but we had to clean up a bit, and I did not like that, so we won't do that again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry this stuff outside. I'm going to spray it outside, and I'm not worried about anything. I'm not saying not worried about anything, but I'm not worried about dust. I'm not worried about anything in the present moment. I'm just going to put some paint in it and spray this stuff. And the reason being is because the patina of the car basically helps the paint job that I'm doing. I'm going to put some glasses on. Do you see my little glasses, baby? There's some glasses there. So I'm not sure what I want to do, but I sort of would like to make the car stand out a little bit. The wheel treatment that I have on it, or it's on it now, we are going to change it, and we are going to change the stance of the car also, I hope. I have a couple friends that are probably going to come and help put the engine in and do the stance and that sort of stuff. And the reason being is I don't want to tear the car all apart in here. I've got enough pieces laying in here now, and it's hard to deal with a car when you get all these pieces laying around. I got a few cars that are apart, and I do not want to tear this one apart in here, so I can't do anything here. I'm really wanting to cut, slice, and dice something, and I'm not going to tear this apart and try to put that engine in and spend all the time doing that when I could probably do it in a weekend with a couple friends. And that's probably what I'm going to do, is I'm probably going to do that. Let's see how much paint we got here. This paint is 412, so there's 4 parts paint, 1 part hardener, and 2 parts reducer. And the mixture is right on the stick, and I'm going to go with it. We're at the 2. Look at that, slid on me. So I'm going to do the hardener first. I like using clear coat hardener. This is reducer, or this is single stage paint, and I like using the clear coat hardener with it. Just a preference of mine. Just a preference. But we're going to do the exact same thing. Now you stick with us and you're going to see me try to roll that stuff on there and see what it looks like. I'm not sure what it's going to go like, but I do not want to tape up the car to spray what's going on there. Not even close. But we're going to mix the paint. See what goes on. I'm going to walk this stuff outdoors, and I'm going to spray it outdoors. Jolene will probably take me outdoors spraying it. That's okay. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I'm doing what I have to do to get it done. There's nothing that I'm doing today that is right. And the reason being is I'm not spraying with a paint suit on. I'm not in the paint room. I'm not watering the floors down. I'm not pre-washing anything. I'm not doing anything other than putting some paint on. But what I am going to say is I'm going to make myself happy because I am going to put some paint on this. You can see that the piece that I've welded on there, how it makes that post a little bit bigger. Don't mind it whatsoever. Do not mind it whatsoever. Jolene did a fantastic job on those yesterday. Those look good. I'm happy with them. I'm happy with them. I am going to get a cup and dump this thinner in a cup because I might want it later. So hopefully we got to do a couple more things on this car, and then hopefully we can get something in here to slice and dice and cut up. We might even we might do a little fancy paint job on this car, I'm not sure. Keeping the patina look. That's where it's at for me on this one. Do not want to strip it down. I will take the value out of it if I do that. I'm going to take your seat things there if you don't mind. So we got the headlight bezels to paint, and we got the headlights to paint. I'm going to throw that on the floor because I don't need it no more. Thanks for coming back, everybody. We really appreciate it. So I'm not going to tear this car apart any further than it's being torn apart right now. But the engine, I'm not going to put the gas tank in it and run a new gas line to try to get the engine running. Not going to do that. If I'm going to put the gas tank in it and run a new gas line in it, we're going to do that engine there. And I'm not going through a bunch of work. If I'm not going to run that engine, I want to run that one. I know it's new. It's not been seized. Everything's there. And it's what they done years ago. And I'm going to go for it, same as they did. Basically just doing what has already been done. That's what I'm going to do, what already been done. I'm just going to take one piece out at a time and spray it and then bring it back in. It's been a month and I've been wearing the Brunt boots. I just want to let everybody know they're fantastic. And the reason that they're fantastic is because when you have a foot like that, and you come out in the morning, you want to shove your boot on. I did not have to break these boots in. Not one bit. They're easy to slip on, just like that. Generally, you have to get down and do your boots up, but I did not have to do that with Brunt. They're reasonably priced. You can go to their website and say Bad Chad 10 and get $10 if you want. If you do not like them, from what I understand, they'll give your money back. No break-in, comfortable, easy to slip on. Give your money back if you don't like them. Go to their website, Bad Chad 10. Nice boot, Brunt. And sometimes you don't have to be fussy about anything. If you're, making yourself happy doing something like this, fine as kind, just going out and spraying it. I'm not going to get crazy on it. I'm not going to use the gun to do that. Like I said before, I don't want paint over everything. I do not want paint over everything. So I have to go outdoors to spray this stuff, and then we'll bring it back in. That's what we'll do. And Jolene does not have to go outdoors. You can film from inside. How's that, baby?
I might come back.
What's that?
I might just come
You
back.
do as you please. I would never stop that for a second. I might as well spray this bad boy first. I'll get that out of the way. See what happens. I get a little table right there geared up with some paper and some tape. And we'll see what happens. The gun. It's going to be a hard thing to do is get that gun plugged into that air.
I can hold the light for you.
You can hold the light for me? Mm-hmm. Perfect. How do you want to hold it? Perfect. You might even have to hold it. Taking it back in. You can see she's got snow outdoors. Yeah, I'd sort of like to turn the pressure down, but I don't think that's going to happen, is it? Headlights almost look like they were meant to be that way. And what I mean meant to be that way is the bottom I got welded up. They look fantastic. Yeah. Beautiful. Man, I should paint outdoors more often. Alrighty, I'm just going to hang that right there. We'll walk that bad boy in. Looks pretty good. No, little light spot right there. Don't want to get too much on her. We'll have her on the ground. The headlights on the car will make some difference, I'm thinking. Just gonna lay that there. It sticks there. I can't help it. I cannot help it. Looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent. You watched me do the headlights, and I welded the bottom all in. The rivets are the original piece, and I just cut this piece out and welded it in there and just put a little filler on it so it looks good. It's fine as kind. You can never tell. You would think that they were made for a Ford. You can do it too. You can do the exact same thing. I was smart enough to put a glove on. Now. We got more coats going on, so we should just go easy. Just go easy. Go easy, breezy. Kind of heavy holding like that, I know that. So we got, let's take a look at them. Yep. They're fine. Got the two lenses. They're going to be hard to paint because they're going to fly around on me. But it is what it is. Joe Sousa wants an update on the Bugatti. Well, the update is that we haven't done anything to it because it's hard to do this and work on that car. But our Volvo mechanic that's working on the Volvo ordered some parts, so we should have it running and have some brakes on it soon, which will be fantastic. Then we'll be back into that. But he mentioned that he would, he knows basically quite a bit about the carburetor system that we put on it and that sort of stuff. So he might be the man that gets some stuff geared up on it. Basically like the shifter and the linkage for the throttle and that sort of stuff. Because we do have it running, but the other stuff has to be dealt with. It has to have a throttle and it has to have, you know, the linkage for the shifter and all that stuff. That has to be done. And I think we might even just take it over and let him do it. And the reason being is if he knows all about it, there'd be no reason for us to do it or try to go about it when he can do it. Jolene will just have to pay the bill, that's all. Hey, baby. You just have to pay the bill. That way there, we can just keep on rocking. Keep on rocking. Seems pretty good, don't it? Mm-hmm. Set that in there. So we'll probably give everything probably 3 coats. No doubt in my mind. Now, I'm not really looking forward to that, but it has to be done. You can see that. Okay, just we'll make sure we get it covered before we do that. The paint went on really nice. I just used a lacquer spray balm on those. I didn't do anything special. Just lacquer spray balmed them, and that's it. Reason being is the car. Jolene got me a roller system. Where'd that go? There it is right there. Look at that. Not many people roll on their cars. Jimbo used to have or still does, has a Studebaker truck. And he would have that thing painted different colors every month. And it was a good looking truck. Every time he painted, one time he painted this color, one time it was orange and blue, one time it was red and black. And he used to do it all the time. He used to do a fantastic job on it. He used to do he still can probably. He's into doing his Can-Am motorcycle right now. I think he's sitting by the fire. He's just trying to keep warm, basically. Let's put that right there. I'm going to dump some of this paint in here. See what happens. I usually don't roll vehicles, but this is where we're at. It does not matter, I don't think. Jolene said it was okay. So I'm thinking it was okay. We're going to try it. Can't harm nothing. Just, what is that? Okay. Piece of plastic. I'm not sure if that'll work or not, to be honest with you. I'm going to try it right here, it's easiest. No, I'm going to try it on the inside first. As long as it don't drip, that's all I care. Oh, geez. Beautiful.
See?
Huh? Are you pushing me around?
Oh, you gotta see.
You gotta see. That go down in there. Just come back here. Watch the paint one. It's on nice, actually. This is where the rubber goes. I'm probably more likely to get a run in this than I am the gun. Beautiful. You are Jolene. It's working great. Fantastic. Well, I think it is. Look at that, what? Man, I'm gonna start rolling cars. Just wonder if I can get paid, that's all. Happy with that. I want to get some more. Boy, that sucked that up quick, didn't it? Think I'll get out of that. Yeah. That's what it needed, baby. That's all it needed right there. I'm going to open that hood so I can get in there a little better. Probably going to need a little more paint. I'm so happy that I took your idea. You know what I'm saying? It's going on nice. It's going on better than nice. It's going on excellent. Not too much, soaking it up good. Just don't want to drip it, that's all. I don't know if Jim will be proud of me or not, but I'll leave that be. Go to the other side. You can't even tell. Seriously. No paint in there, that primer. Anything that's got primer on it, we want to hit it. Probably should get some more paint. Pretty close to the dash there. I'm shaking like a grasshopper in a chicken house. You can imagine how much it would have took to tape that all off. Not interested in that. Yeah, didn't get any on it. That's good. Full. No paint fumes in the garage. Awesome. And it looks good. And this is the test trial for, so if we want to do something on the car. Joey did a nice job welding that hole up. Beautiful job. I'm going to pick this up, I guess. Yeah. What if I hit the side? Don't matter if I hit the hood, does it? Same color. No bunch. I'm happy with that. Very happy. Very happy. Very happy. Very happy with that. Very happy. That's paint left. Let's check this bad boy out and see if it's... Yeah, it's touching it, not coming off my finger. Probably stuck. Let's just touch it in here. I would say that probably the cold air is making it work a little faster. I'm going to put a glove on. So far, I'm real happy with that. How that's working out. That's making me very happy, and that reason being is I don't have to put a bunch of paint in the paint room or in the garage to put some paint on it, and it looks good, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. That's excellent. And the headlights are also looking good. The only problem I'm going to have with these headlights is sticking down to the paper. That's about it. Yeah, I think that went well. What do you think? Good. I'm just going to leave it. Let's do it again. Don't do this at home. Do it if you want to. Get more paint. Didn't want that to happen, but I did. I did. I have to go get the gun. Put this down. Just gonna get the gun. I have a control right on the bottom of the gun. I could have turned the pressure down right there, but I didn't. It's going good, so I'm not even going to mess with it. I was thinking about painting the running boards the same color as the car. Thought about it, and all I was going to do is put it on that roller and roll them running boards, and it would have looked fantastic. I know it would have, but I just don't know if I want the whole car one color. I'm not sure yet. I've looked through the internet. You can see different cars that have their running boards the same color as the car. It kind of makes them look newer. I like an old look, to be honest with you. And I feel like if I paint them, it's going to make the car look newer somewhat, I guess. Oh, Joe Sousa was talking about the Bugatti. So the Bugatti, you go through some of the Bugattis and you'll see different pictures. Get on there. you'll see different pictures of Bugattis, how they're painted. And they have a paint job on them that is very, well, it's pleasing to the eye, I think. There's quite a few Bugattis that are pleasing to the eye. They're like a black, and then they have a big scallop down the side. Now, me and Jolene have kind of stole that idea and, you know, have drawn it on with their, what is it called? A little pen in her phone. And that's the color that we would do it in, but we're just not sure yet, basically. And the way it's going right at the present moment, I probably would roll it because it goes well. I'm going to go plug this in, and I'll come back and get the phone. So you can see that we'd steal that idea from the Bugattis and put that on a Ford. And I think that would look pretty decent, I think. And I don't think it's been done before. And that's basically how people come up with ideas. They take from who you want, take it. If you like it, keep it. If you don't, throw it away, basically. And with the Bugatti, it would be a chance for us to steal that idea and put that big red skull up on the side and do that fancy work on the top, on the hood, and then we could have a Ford that looked like no other. Now, I'm going to say that's it. And we'll go back and get the lenses, and we'll do them a couple coats. We got 2 coats on the headlights so far, and we'll just keep going back and doing them till they're done. Looking fantastic. Like I wouldn't have got a better job if I cleaned them up and put them in the paint room. I would not. Jolene's even saying, yeah, they look nice. I would not have got a better job if I did them in the paint room. Painting them on a snowy day. Don't blow off. Please don't blow off. Now, these headlight rings, the original ones, or these are original, I guess, had a stainless steel covering on the outside edge where the headlight is. Hope I did not get too much on that. And if I did, it's okay. Yeah, so they have a stainless steel outside ring on those. And what I did, I went to our local Canadian Tire store. You can get that, there you go, that fake chrome again, that plastic chrome. It goes on the edge of your doors and stuff like that. You can see it goes on the edge of the door. I've already tried it, so I know it works. And I put that all the way around the edge or the front of that bezel, and it looks absolutely excellent. It looks excellent. Fits perfect. Looks excellent. Looks good. And so when the headlights are done, I'll end up doing that chrome all the way around the front of it with those headlights, and the headlights will look brand new. Brand spanking new. So if you have your stainless steels bent up on your headlight or your outside ring, that's the stuff right there, the edge chrome for the door. That'll work perfect for you because it's worked perfect for this. I've already tried it. I like my pressure high, and the reason I like my pressure high because the paint lays down. It don't lay down, it pushes it down. So if it don't, they used to say paint would flow. I don't know if there's much flowing anymore. And I would say it's probably basically because temperature also matters a lot. You got a good temperature. And then we're going back to this. Take my glove off. That looks fantastic on there, don't it? Like I'm just tickled pink with what's going on there. I'm gonna have to mix more paint, I know it. I don't want to, but I think I'm gonna have to. Absolutely wonderful. I just don't know about doing it twice is the deal. Oh, that's not bad. No, that's not what I want, I don't think. Getting back into it again where it's sticky. I don't think that's a good deal, but yeah, it's not going bad though, I can tell you that. It's going excellent. Crazy. Love it. Now that's the thing where it gets sticky. You know what I'm trying to tell you? Where it gets sticky again, that's where it would probably take hair off the roller. Just like it did there. I think that'll be the last time for that. That's going out good. What it did the second time around is it pulled hair off the roller. That's what it did. So the first time is A1. Second time is not as good. Probably should have just, wonder if I can just leave it.
Seems like it covered good the first time.
It did, but
Like compared to the headlights.
let's see what I'm gonna do here. Just gonna do a little bit, make it a little bit more. It does change the color a little bit. Yeah, second time around, it's not ideal. No, that's good. Happy with that. Said I was happy with it, but I'm back into it. Just want to get a little more paint up in there. I can't believe that. How nice that worked. That's it for that. Not getting back into it. Well, say that. Now, with that piece painted there, you would never know that was not original. You would never know it. Good. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's touch these. She's sticky. Should wait probably a minute or two. I probably could just leave them, probably. Let's take a look and see if any runs occurred. Don't look like it. It's kind of too bad because the run would be at the top. You know, we had them hooked down here, it'd be different. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. I wonder if I can get that dirt right there. Guess it don't matter. Yeah, if you got it that time. Took off the paint, same thing. No, it keeps. I'm gonna have to do that again. I'll have to hit it again. Let's bring in the gun, pour some more paint in it, because I know I'm going to need it. Hopefully. I got enough paint to put in the roller so I can hit that again. Got a little spot there. That just shows patina, don't it, baby? Mm-hmm. Just shows patina. Did not filter anything. The reason I'm not filtering it is because I feel like I don't have to. what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour some more in here, and whatever's left over, I'll dump it in the roller and hit that again right there, and that's the only spot that I'll hit because the rest of it's looking real good. So that's the problem with the roller. Second time in, it pulls lint off. Take this back out, hook it back up. Just wait a minute and then we'll spray them headlights. Yeah, there's quite a bit of paint. I could almost say they're done, couldn't I? I could almost say they're done. Do this. And do that spot. That's good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Oh yeah. Put a little paint up in there, because why not? Get some primer on it.
The other corner.
Where?
The other corner.
Take the primer look off it. That's all we have to do. Very happy. You would never know it was chopped. Would you, sweetheart? Nope. I'm going to leave that be. I'll leave it be. Just enough paint by the looks of things. I'm going to touch this again. Let's touch it again. Come see. You generally should touch it with the back side of your hand, softest touch, but you can see how it's still, it's coming off a little bit, still sticky there a little bit. I'm not interested in getting a run in the front of it, but at least it would run down the front. That'd be fine. These things here are probably good, probably. I think it's going to look really nice with the headlights on it. Just leave that for a second. Yeah, so we're waiting on the mounts for the front of the engine, and the mounts. This, like I say, this has probably been done like many times. Probably, I'm not sure of exactly what's got to be done. Does the firewall need a place for the distributor in the back? I'm not sure. The distributor, I'm not sure yet. If anybody knows, please write in and say if you've ever done this before with the adapter plate to the 3-speed Ford. So it's a Chevy engine to an adapter plate to a 3-speed Ford, which is already in it. So we don't have to change no transmission mount and all that stuff, the linkage to shift it and all that. Where the steering column is, you can see the steering column. I was worried about that a little bit. Well, I think I'm okay with the steering column. You can see how the steering column's right there. I think I'm okay with the steering column because this on the 265, the manifold comes, the steering column would come down here. The manifold's in front of here, so I'm thinking that the manifold would dump down here in the front, which it shows there. That's good. That's good. But I'm not sure about the mounts either. You can see it's got a fuel pump right here. The mount's bolted on right here where the lock's, mounted on, and the fuel pump's right there. I'm not sure if that goes by that or if that line's going to have to be changed. Not sure yet. Also, when we go at it, there'll be I got two friends probably coming, Andrew and Jason, so we'll probably end up taking all the front fenders off, do the best job we can with it, scratching things up, knocking things out, whatever. Maybe we can lower and get the engine in it all in within the weekend. That would be my desire. It does not have to be completely finished, but to get all that stuff and rip it all out and put it over there, then I can't do anything in the shop. It's just kind of full. And it's winter outside, and it just makes a big mess. So I really am going to slow back from this we're taking off soon to go to Grand National Roadshow show. So probably when we come back, we'll go for it. And maybe Floyd, I'm not sure if he'll have the roof to go for when we get back, or you might want to do some before we leave. We can get the foam and the material. That's where we're going to head after we paint this stuff to go get that stuff. And that's an hour and 10 minutes away. So we have to travel, a little bit of traveling to get that material. But that's fine. That's what we have to do to get it done. So we'll do it. That is super sticky. Don't want to put any runs in it. Do not want to put any runs in it. Happy with the post and the holes in the front. Happy with that. Awesome. So if you're rolling something, when you might want to let it dry before you get back into it again. So put one coat on it, let it dry, get out of it, and let it dry, and then do it again. Because if you do it wet on wet, it pulls stuff out of the roller. I'm going to go for these headlights because let's do it. They're a little bit sticky, but I'm just going to put a coat on, and we'll go for it. We're not going to put a heavy coat on, just going to quickly, and call it Dunzo. Dunzo. So this headlight treatment has been done before. I got it from somebody else, obviously. It's pretty. I'm gonna call it. It's still like sort of wet, so I do not want to get too much on it. So I'm feeling like the paint will burn in good. Sometimes if it's dry, it kind of looks dry there on the side, but I'm all right with it. I get going too much and I'll have a mess. Sometimes if it's dry and you spray it on dry, it'll stay dry. You really have to get it wet again. Where it's sticky, I'm feeling like it should melt in good. Just looking it over, see if anything is go easy. Gotta tell myself sometimes, just go easy. The reason being is you can get yourself in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. We're just going to take a look at this stuff now, just to make sure we're at where we're at. It looks decent. Looks decent. These pieces here probably are enough on them. Like, I'll hit them again just to make sure. To me, in all honesty, this is the funnest part of building a car. When you hit it with a roller, or if you hit it with the paint gun, or I'm having, a whole bunch of stuff does not matter, but I am happy when it's over. It does not matter because I'm happy with what I'm doing. Put some paint on it, make it look cool, and that's basically it. Does not have to have this polished paint job on it for me to make me happy. All it needs is my approval, and all it had to do is look cool. That's all for me. I'm happy after that. If I'm going down the road and I'm happy with it, that's all that matters. I was going to paint them right on the headlights, but I would not get paint underneath the lens. Just looking at this headlight to make sure. I was stressed out earlier about painting it because I wanted to paint all that stuff on the car with a gun, but this is working out great. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thanks, Jolene. Appreciate it. Paint it outdoors, she said. I said, okay, let's paint it outdoors. There's some shine on her too, isn't it? Huh? Hey, no dirt in it? Now, for me, that worked out excellent. Worked out excellent. Got paint on that. It's covered. I mean, it's covered. It's got a little bit of lint on that one, but hey. Scratches and cracks all over it. It's all good. Post looks good. Looks good. Fantastic. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're happy with it, that's all that matters. I did what I had to do to get it done. The headlights look fantastic. The post is painted. I didn't have to tape up everything and go crazy on everything. There's no paint fumes in here. I painted it outdoors. I'm happy with the engine. Like the engine was, painted before. Like that looks cool. I'm happy. I don't have to do anything with it other than do the deal with taking the front end off and pulling the engine out of it and doing that deal. I just feel like it'll be probably a little bit more reliable if I go somewhere. And it'll have a cool factor of maybe someone had done it in the day. The first 55 or first V8 Chevy ever had, a 265. All right, everybody. I guess this one here is just basically do what you want to make yourself happy. Doesn't matter if it's a roller or if it's a paint gun or if it's a Chev motor in a Ford. It does not matter. Make yourself happy, and that's what I'm going to do. Not sure if we're going to do the Bugatti paint job on it or not. And the idea when Joe said what we want an update about the Bugatti. Well, when he said that, we started looking at them, and then the paint job come out. Well, geez, we could do that paint job to this to make this one look different. And the only reason we thought about it is because we don't want to have the same car as everybody else. We want it a little bit different. That's why we're going with the fender skirts, and we're making it into a custom, not a hot rod. It's a custom. And basically with the headlights, the fender skirts, chop top, the Carson top. To me, that right there, if someone wanted a Carson top for the car, to me, that is a lot easier than bending all that conduit pipe and reinforcing it with steel mesh to make it fit your car. To me, that's much easier, and the reason being is the patterns were taken off the car, and the patterns can be cut out of wood. With the steel or the conduit pipe, you have to bend that pipe to get it in shape, to make that shape, and it would take more time than actually having a pattern to cut out and put it together. Now that I know how it's done or how we did it, I probably would do it this way again. Totally 100%. With the aluminum and being able to staple it down, the top, I can take the top, I could chuck that top probably 50 feet. That is so light. Also, with getting a headliner in it without, paying for a headliner, as me and Jolene did it, that's another great thing. We were able to accomplish it ourselves. There's so many things on this car that if you watch the videos that we have accomplished ourselves. Sanding the window to get it to fit the window frame. I know that a lot of people don't like that, but if you have to run to town and spend money when you can do it yourself, because we showed you, that's where it's at for me, when you can do it yourself. If I could sew up the thing on the piece of this, if I had a sewing machine, I would go for it. But I have not got the sewing machine. Floyd has the knowledge. I'm going to let him do it. But if I can do something myself, there's no sense I'm going to run somewhere and let them do it when I can do it. If I can sand the glass like they can sand the glass, that's what I'm going to do. If I can paint the post with a roller and get it painted and make myself happy, that's what I'm going to do. With the headlights, if I have to paint them outdoors, that's what I'm going to do. Do what you got to do to get your project done, to make yourself happy. And that's all you have to do is make yourself happy. I want everybody to have a great day. Come back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but we'll be here.